This episode of MarbleCast is brought to you by Driven Nutrition. If you work out and aren't using Driven Nutrition, you are seriously missing out. I don't work out without it, and I suggest you don't either. So check out the link in the description and grab your stack today.
I was yelling instead of just talking quietly to my coach, which was my intention. And I was like, this is a group of the biggest B words. But I meant it in like
a good way.
A good way. Like
empowering women.
Strong B's, right? Okay.
All right, welcome back to another MarbleCast. I'm Joe Marble, and I'm joined with
Carolina,
Morgan,
And I'm Taylor.
special guest Taylor, Morgan, and Carolina Fit. All right, how we doing, guys?
Absolutely delightful.
great.
Awesome. Is your mic working?
Pretty
Check
good.
that.
I hope
yeah,
so.
there it
Mic
is.
check, mic check.
Oh, good. Here's Eric. Eric's got to share a microphone with somebody.
I thought
You
that you weren't allowed in this one.
He has warrior
Ladies only.
We just
knew it
finished the
was gonna be
Marble
videotaped.
Challenge with Taylor. She came down all the way from Greenwood Lake. If you don't know where that is, get a map. I don't either.
Is that New Jersey?
It is right over the border from West Milford, New Jersey. So basically drive all the way north to the top, cross the border, and that's where I live. So
This is a cross Jersey podcast right now.
Yes, we're
And-
interstate.
Interstate.
this is an
It's
it's
from
an
the Pine
interstate
Lands.
tri-state.
Tri-state lifting.
Yes.
Oh, that counts, right?
Yeah.
Tri-state?
Yeah, well, she lives
Oh,
in New York
who's in
currently.
There you go.
PA? You lived in PA?
Yeah, I lived in PA.
There you go.
Oh, we did it.
All right, we got the
My parents have a
trifecta.
house in PA, so that counts.
All right. And you're wearing a challenge shirt. What is that challenge shirt?
Oh, it's my brother's. It's Team Challenge, Crohn's and Colitis.
We already did the team challenge. That was like a few months ago or something.
Oh, yeah.
Irrelevant.
Like that day.
Old.
All right, well, we were supposed to do a fundraiser for that this year, but COVID hit, so we didn't do it. Anyways, we just did a Marble Challenge, and Taylor, how did you enjoy your Marble Challenge experience?
Seeing sorry, that's not in English. Seeing that you let me actually pick the challenge, it was delightful.
Awesome.
However, it was also awful at the same time because ouch.
Yeah.
But awesome. So
Three
all those
cleans.
things.
3 cleans, 1 jerk, guys. That video will come out in 2 weeks. We'll see all the pain face.
That's rare. He doesn't typically let people choose
Oh,
the
that was
challenge.
pretty hype.
You got the
Here's
special
special
treatment
one.
because you're from
Special one.
wherever you're from.
Fingers crossed. George came by. George listened more to them, so he's
Well-
like, all right, I'm going to let you
Well,
pick."
what happened was I said a complex that was
Obviously
very
picking
similar to
favorites.
it. And
Exactly.
then we just adjusted, and I was like, well, that's cool. I did that one last week, too, so might as well keep going with it.
Perfect.
All
The
good.
3 cleans?
The 3 cleans, 1
We're
jerk.
supposed to do it off the blocks, 2 cleans, 1 jerk today.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
And it
So
helped me
that's
got my
cool.
training done, so I'm a happy gamer.
Awesome. And it was on your program?
Yeah.
Even better. So, Dan, she did what she needed to
Super
do. It was
intense.
perfect.
Yep.
All right. Morgan,
that
how'd
being
you feel with camera work?
I felt pretty good. I feel like I'm moving up with the camera work.
All right, I'll check it out later, and we'll see how you did. It looked pretty good from where I was
She
standing.
got her hat, camera lady.
Yeah.
And Carolina is our yoga
I watched from afar. and
aficionado.
was jealous of the skill.
She's like an Amazon queen.
We're trying to make
Crazy.
Carolina super famous on YouTube. So
Yeah.
subscribe, please.
Joga.
Yoga.
I love
We
it.
just have to get more, I think.
People to watch. Yeah, I know. I
No.
agree.
Isn't
I
it funny
think
how that works? The
you have
YouTube
to
thing?
make it part of the challenges. There's never a yoga challenge.
There was.
I mean,
you did
I
a crow
understand.
pose challenge.
No, but I did it. Like I'm saying, you have to make it part of
That
the
could be
stuff that
cool.
you
I
do.
That'd be a
We
good
tried to
challenge.
do that one time.
When?
But when we first started doing it, it was supposed to be like the scorpion pose challenge that you did with Eric.
But we were playing around. It wasn't a challenge that you put. Like we have to make it like the marble challenge in our competition.
All right, so
that
you
we're
want to do the
doing.
Carolina challenge?
Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm okay. I'm fine with it.
You
a
don't
yoga
get
flow
what you don't
type
ask for,
thing?
Carolina.
Like a yoga flow type thing.
Yeah. No. Well, because so on the YouTube channel, it's like just different little videos with yoga flows and stuff, and then every once in a while we'll do like a pose challenge. But that's for the people who do it, or the people who are into yoga, or like have some interest, or like
Yeah.
want to chat, like David and stuff. But what I'm saying is that he has to make a yoga challenge as part of like a Marble Fit challenge or as part of the
Because I don't do enough.
the nutrition
that
challenge.
we need another
No.
Correct.
But I'm saying like have it take like this
We
week the
want
nutrition
more.
challenge was a max deadlift, which is great. And then
How do I judge the yoga challenge though?
whether
You
you
put
could
a
do I
max
mean you could do
handstand or a
didn't the
max
games
scorpion.
All right, what about with people that can't do any of it?
Well, I guess they don't. RX it. They don't.
I mean I can't do
Skill.
pull-ups, so like imagine no, but like didn't the games just have the max handstand hold?
Yes.
So like it's something
it's
along those lines, you know. We could do it.
All
A
right,
pistol, max pistols in like a minute.
We'll
or
look into
something.
that.
That's
Taylor, do
yoga.
you do yoga?
I do yoga
See?
actually.
How
Not
often?
not as often as I'd like actually. When I was in college, I played volleyball in college, and
that's
my
cool.
team all together we would do yoga on Sundays as like a recovery and a way to end and start the week. And that was a habit that I tried to continue, but it's more like maybe a once a month habit. And I'm always like, I need to do this more. You know, because who takes time to like not do anything or do something that actually is recovery? Like I feel like when I have nothing to do or I want to like relax, I'm gonna go paddleboarding. Like that's still work,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
you know.
Active
So
rest.
I need to like cut out more time to do that for sure.
When did you start CrossFit or weightlifting, or how did you get into all of it?
Oh, wow.
Before we get into that, Taylor is an awesome weightlifter and a CrossFit coach, and we met at competitions. And yeah, I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, cool. What a loaded question. Oh, I just broke something. Yeah. So I started.
I know. Check that connection there.
You can use mine.
Is it working now?
It's
Oh,
working. I know.
don't look at this microphone. Okay.
We have super professional equipment here at MarbleCast. Working on it.
Yeah, so I started lifting when I was in college for volleyball, and actually, typical story, saw the CrossFit Games on TV in 2013, and I was like, that's pretty cool because that's weightlifting and all the things. But I was still playing in college at the time, so I didn't want to do any other kind of training than what my coaches want me to do. So when I graduated, I started CrossFitting. And in Connecticut, actually, a gym called CrossFit True in Hamden, Connecticut. Intrepid first, which is in Warwick. That was in the summer. And then when I was in Connecticut, still for grad school.
Hi, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan. Actually, I walked in the gym at Intrepid, Ryan Hansen's gym in Warwick. And he kind of looked at me like, what are you doing here? Right. And because he just did not expect somebody to walk in the door. And I was like, hey, can I do the CrossFit? And he was like, oh my God. You know, he rolled his eyes. He also called me Brooke for the first 6 months that I was a member there.
You
Okay.
kind of look like a Brooke.
So there you
could
go.
see Brooke.
Perfect. I guess it
Yeah.
works out. I did
Brooke
my
is right.
intro there. It was the slowest intro that any member ever did. And Ryan told me. And for some reason, I still went back.
What do you
right?
mean the slowest intro?
Like the intro workout.
Uh-huh.
I actually took the longest amount of time than anyone he had ever.
Do you remember the workout?
It was like, gosh, it's like every CrossFit like intro, like 500 meter row, 40 air squats, 30 sit ups.
Oh, okay. So the
20 pull ups or 20 push
push-ups,
ups and 10 pull ups.
10 pull-ups, or yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
and
remember
it
your
took,
time?
It took me like 11 minutes and 16 seconds, and I did everything strict.
Very
like.
specific.
I will never forget.
She wrote that down.
Sorry.
Went on the wall.
Not
Slowest
sorry.
intro time ever.
Literally. And he's like, that's actually the slowest intro ever, Brooke. And I was like, dying.
You were so resilient that happened, and he was calling you Brooke, and you're like, I'll come back
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Like either I'm super dumb or I was like, I don't care, whatever. But that's how I started weightlifting. Olympic
cool.
weightlifting was through CrossFit. And so in 2016, I did my first meet and just kind of fell in love with the sport and with training. Went on to coach and train weightlifting, and now we're here. And that's it.
Awesome.
Good stuff, man.
Now she's on a podcast.
Morgan has just started weightlifting,
Yes.
and she loves it.
Yes,
I
do.
think.
The Olympic type or the powerlifting type of weightlifting?
So I first started getting into lifting my freshman year of college, and they had one of those fairs with all the clubs at school. And so I powerlifted until the end of my sophomore year. And then I met Eric this summer, and he was all into Olympic weightlifting. And he was like, oh, you should try it. You should try it. So I came, and it just kind of stuck.
Yes. Good. Awesome.
She's going to do the super total in December.
Yeah.
Oh,
She just found
That's really
out.
fun.
I don't know what that means.
Exactly.
good. Just
Oh my
keep
God.
training. It means just keep
So
training.
it's basically a powerlifting meet and a Olympic weightlifting meet combined.
You literally do every lift, and you
Do I
try
get
to
to
max
bench?
out for
No,
everything.
we're not benching
We're not
this year.
benching.
So
We're gonna
every
do
lift.
this. So we're gonna snatch, clean and jerk, squat, push, press, deadlift.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, deadlifting.
And you get a super total.
That's dope.
Ooh.
That's pretty sweet. You're invited, Taylor. Come on down.
It's fun.
Saturday,
You have
December
to come
5th. It's
now.
an
I
all-day
have to
event. We
make
have
my-
pizza and beer afterwards.
Dang.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a
I'm
really
in.
good day.
Yeah.
Wait,
I have to make my
what
little
day?
my long noodle arms
Saturday, December
stronger.
5th. It's written everywhere.
Okay.
God damn it, Carolina.
Nobody
She'll-
reads
And
the
she
emails.
works here.
You'll probably have to remind me of that, but
I'll put
I'm
it in
down.
my calendar.
I'll keep posting it on Instagram.
I'm
The
super
great thing
down.
about the super total, this is a quote from David when I think it was the first year that you did the super total. We were like looking at the board and it was like at the end of a competition and we're like looking at all the lifts and he was like looking at like his the people that he's trying to do better than. So like Oliver and Corey and like really excitedly, he's like, oh, if I PR on every lift, I'll get last place. Like so it's that. So you're gonna try to PR with everything, and then you're still gonna be like
At the very bottom.
So
yeah.
it's,
I don't know,
it's
Morgan will be
maybe
pretty
not
good.
you.
huh?
Yeah, you'll be awesome.
It's so
I
funny.
mean me. I mean, I'll PR. At
That's
everything.
amazing. It's so funny that you said that, Carolina, because like my first weightlifting meet ever, I was like, this is gonna be the best day. You know, I'm like, I've been training. I'm gonna kick butt. It's gonna be awesome. It was my home gym, right?
You listen to Eminem.
And I was in. I was ready, and I was like, I'm gonna win. Like I didn't know who was coming, but I also go into everything in life like that. Like
mean,
it
that's a
doesn't matter.
good
Like
approach.
I could
That's
be
a good
walking into the
approach.
grocery store. I'm like, I'm gonna win the grocery store. Like there's no.
These oranges are mine, bitch.
Yeah, like there's no way to
Best
win the
prices
grocery
ever.
store. Like how do you do that? You know, like I feel so bad for my boyfriend Luke.
Do you
like
walk into the grocery store the way you approach the bar, like with a choo-choo?
oh yeah, yes,
Nobody
there is a
I've
plan.
seen some days.
Yeah.
We have to like
Like-
somehow link a video to
I can
this.
put video
Yeah,
into
she's got
this
the
video that we
coolest,
have
most.
going.
Like I'm the
Can add
person in the
video.
parking lot that will like
Intimidating
run to the car and touch the car first, and everyone's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I win." They're like, "What happened? How did you?
You came
why?"
here by yourself.
We don't know. Yeah, like that was a solo challenge. So yeah, my first weightlifting meet, right? I'm lifting and I'm like feeling really good. I'm doing really good, and I thought that I won, right? Because I was the last lifter, and I was really pumped. Like this is
Everyone
in the
quit.
snatch session. This is the beginning of, and
Heather
and
just got here.
and
That is
then I
creepy.
forget if it was one of my friends, Claire, or if it was one of my other friends. She opened at a weight higher than my last attempt snatch, and I looked at like my coach. I forget if it was Ryan or my friend John at the time, and I was like, "What's going on?" And he was like, "She's winning," and I was like, "Oh, awesome! I'm gonna go train more." I was like, "Dang it!" You know, I was like, and it's so. Don't worry, that's not gonna happen to you when you do your super total.
So you get second place.
I did in the snatch, but no, I think I got
Oh,
like
did you guys
third or
do-
fourth place after that, like
hey, listen.
in the total, which is great, but still.
Honestly, if you
I'm
hit
tricked.
lift, it's still a win because
Correct.
that's what works in USA weightlifting
Correct.
or in powerlifting.
You
as long as
are-
you hit your lifts, if you hit a PR, you had a great day no matter what.
You
place
are
came in.
right, and that is the beauty of the
It doesn't
sport.
work in USA weightlifting, apparently.
If your total goes up, but your
You gotta
jerks
hit the
need
weight
some
first
work,
now.
oh boy.
Yeah.
I
Guys,
remember.
it's better than not doing it at all.
Oh, sorry, you go.
No, that's
Oh, my
Heartwarming
first
comment.
powerlifting meet, I remember I completely bombed out on everything.
That's no good.
It was
Oh.
terrible.
What a heartbreaker.
Well, also when I did it, I was so new and no one told me that you had to like.
Did you have a
pause
coach?
Bench. No.
Oh,
No,
so you did this on your own?
Yeah, so we
Oh,
had
okay.
our team
Yeah,
at
that's
school,
right.
and no one was like, you have to pause your bench and then wait for them to tell you to like rack your bench, or like wait to rack your squat. So my first lift of like squat, bench, deadlift, I bombed everything.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
went
Did
on
you-
your own without a coach?
Yeah,
So this was with college or with Penn State?
yeah. So this was
Before you joined the team, I guess?
No, I was on the team, but the team didn't have a coach at the time,
Jeez.
and
So you guys are just like running around.
yeah,
Doing
so we had like a school meet technically, so you could qualify for collegiate nationals, and I qualified even though I didn't really do anything right. I don't know why. I guess they were like super lenient about it. So then I went to collegiate nationals, and I was in Columbus, Ohio, my freshman year, and there was like 1,000 people in the audience, and I bombed out of everything.
Well,
Yeah.
you're only gonna go up from there with the super
That's
total.
what I was thinking. Is like I can only go up
You can
from
only-
there.
listen, national refs are rough.
They
Like,
were.
They
It was
mean
so
business.
nerve-wracking.
Let me tell you, especially like in the weightlifting world. So like there's, I'm breaking things again. Oh, and we're back. There's the American Open Series meets, right, which are like set up like nationals. You know, big platform, the whole nine, right?
Yeah.
These judges are so tough. Like you have to crush. Like it's got to be dead on.
Like,
However,
perfect, yeah.
the platform to your left, sometimes nailed it. Like you could literally do anything and still get white lights. It's very odd. However, at the national level, usually dead to the world. Like you think you crushed your PR. Like you hit this snatch, you're like, got it. No, you look at the screen, they're like, no, get off the stage. So don't worry, you're not alone. Like local meets, it's like white light city. You go to nationals and you're like, oh, maybe
my
not,
God.
maybe not.
My first American Open. Well, my second, because my first I broke my ankle and I didn't compete. But
The first one you competed at.
my first one I competed at was at the Arnold, and I went 1 for 3 on
I
the
want to
snatch.
go so bad.
The Arnold was the last meet before everything shut down.
No, I'm talking to Jeff.
So went 1 for 3 in the snatch. The second snatch I missed. The third one I thought it was great. I mean, I went 1 kilo over whatever I missed, and then they gave me 2 reds because of a press out that no one else saw, and I was like, okay. And you look at other platforms, it's like, hey, those are press outs too. Like
It's tough.
Like let's be consistent, and it's not.
Yeah, it's tough.
And then the clean and jerks the clean jerks are even worse. I mean, they just look for everything. I just bombed out of AO3 virtually, and that's with a
frustrating.
little like a laptop camera. Like how accurate are their vision through a computer screen? And I should have used a shitty laptop. Then it would be like grainy or whatever.
The grainy video.
No more high quality laptops for you.
It's tough. It's tough.
Send in the video.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a toughie.
At the end.
But you know what? Like, I'm a ref. I'm a local ref, right? And I'm like really tough. Like when I ref meets, like I try to be very stringent because it doesn't happen often. And then like athletes they're duped, like just like you were. Like you had your local meet, your powerlifting meet, and you were like, I crushed, right? And you went to nationals and you're like, what? Right? So I think you're right. Like it would be nice if across the board people were a little bit more
So you try to prepare.
less lenient. Yeah,
I do
definitely.
I'm a local ref also, and at certain meets, people would not understand why they're given red lights, and you kind of have to
just educate. That's what it's all about.
And other people, even your fellow refs or the loaders, they don't understand what's going on. You just help people just learn the basic rules. Like there's a press out and the elbow
100%.
touches the knee.
Yeah,
the elbow touches the knee is the worst because it's like sometimes it's just a really quick thing and most people don't see it, and it's just an automatic red from there.
Or sometimes you break your wrist when your elbow touches your knee.
Yeah, that's no fun.
I did that.
That's what happened.
Is that what happened?
I remember
Yeah, you were out for a
I
little
remember
bit.
hearing about that.
Yeah, 2017, February of 2017.
That sounds
And
like
it
the
was
worst.
awful. And so 3 cleans, 1 jerk. That's why you were like, oh, your hit. Wow, your extension. Yeah, no, I will never rush a clean ever for the rest of my life. No. I was in a cast for 5 weeks. It was great. I could like break stuff with it. But breaking my wrist to get in the cast, no. So cleans, like I don't miss cleans anymore. Like no. But yeah.
Taylor's a machine.
Yeah.
Morgan, you learned how to load at our competition in July. How'd you enjoy that? You know what kilos are yet? Usually at my meets we have a screen that tells you, but I didn't put that one out this time.
I felt so bad and I was so stressed out loading.
No, you
just
did
because
so good.
I couldn't
the most
figure out the
stressful
freaking
job.
collars.
It's okay.
And then I don't remember what meet it was, but like the thing flew off the collar and I thought that I broke it.
Oh, the little knob.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
no.
it like flung across the gym. I was like, what did I just do?
Was that during the lift?
No, it was
No,
when
it
she was
was
putting it
when I was
on.
loading.
okay.
Yeah, and then I had to keep asking people.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like how much does that knob weigh?
Yeah, I mean, if you can have an extra lift or go overtime in the meet in July, then I think that the knob falling off would be fine.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
It is. That is the most. That looks like the most stressful job.
Loading is stressful.
Yeah.
Because
It
like
is very
you want to
stressful.
move fast, right? Because lifters, they're ready. They're like standing by
Yeah.
the chalk bucket doing whatever weird stuff they do. Because let's get real. Weightlifters are just a bunch of weirdos. Like we're a bunch of just weird people.
Well, it's like
in
any
one room.
athlete. They have like their.
They have a little
what's
thing.
it called?
Pre-game routine.
Yeah.
You have your own
Their
quirks.
superstitions too.
Correct.
Yeah, it's like any athlete.
And so
A lot
like
of
you're
athletes
rushing
do
to get the plates on. You know, you're freaking out. You like, don't want to make anybody upset.
that. And everyone's quiet watching.
Yeah,
the
that's
loaders.
true.
That
That's
was
why I
the
had a little
worst
music
part.
going
That's
on.
everyone's quiet watching the loaders and like.
And I didn't know what the kilo numbers were compared to like normal plates.
Who was working with you?
No, it was
No.
another girl.
Was Steph?
Oh, Steph.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Steph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baseball player?
Yeah, she was really
She's not a baseball
helpful.
player.
I would like do my collar, and then she would come around to my
And-
side
Should
and
throw her.
fix my collar because I.
Well, and it's also tricky too because from my end, so I was doing the scores,
Yeah.
right? And so like they would go and load something, and then all of a sudden a coach comes and changes something.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
stressful.
It changes up the order, and then like I have to tell them, and then they have to like immediately recover and like change it again, and then another coach will come and change. So it's like
Very
they're
quick.
finally
yeah.
getting it, and then they have to change it every 5
Your job
seconds.
is very
So I feel bad
thankless.
for
So
her.
that's why I need someone who knows a lot about weightlifting to MC because I'm not always available. Because when I'm
Ah.
doing it, I'll be like, hang out. They're gonna change it in a moment. Just sit there.
Yeah,
a little bit.
yeah.
Don't sit down. It's fine. And then I'll be like, all right, blue, yellow collar. It's good. Put that.
Yeah,
on.
yeah. True.
So it's good to have somebody emceeing who knows what's going on. But
True.
Yeah.
when I'm not around, it's all right. Good. Do what you got to
You
do.
had a couple good MCs. Alec did good.
Alec was okay. Justin was okay. I think I was emceeing while
They
have
Justin
like
was
a-
doing
they have
it.
like a
Or while
name,
I think
right?
while Alec was saying things, I was like, all right, Alec, tell them that we're starting. Are you ready? I'm ready.
Backseat MC.
He's like, first attempt. Jim, go. I guess it's your first attempt.
Awesome.
All right, so we're going to wrap this one up. But before we finish up, Taylor, we like to ask our guests if they have any embarrassing stories they'd like to talk about.
Oh.
And
really
we hope
embarrassing.
that it's more than you split your pants while going to work.
Or you called
Or
somebody.
that you thought you were talking to somebody. No, I'm talking to somebody else. Or that you were talking to somebody, you thought you knew them and you didn't, it turns out. But something fun, like you got drunk at a party and fell in a boat and it wasn't your boat. You woke up and there and
Oh,
Jasper
wow.
picks you up and he's like, hey,
No,
get off my boat. And
You have
I don't
to
know.
stop
And you
telling
exploded
these
the
stories
toilet.
because like my stories are like way not as cool as the stories that you're making.
I
up.
don't know. Jasper owns a boat.
Embarrassing story. Geez. Oh.
Ooh, it could be creepy.
Oh, actually, I have a weightlifting embarrassing story.
Perfect.
Do you guys know who Jess Franklin is?
Yes.
She is a Instagram celeb weightlifter. She lifts out of Philadelphia Barbell Club. She's awesome. The whole Philadelphia Barbell Club, they are like the strongest group of women, and I'm so impressed by them. So I went to a meet 2 years ago in January in King of Prussia, CrossFit King of Prussia, and the Philadelphia Barbell Club was there, right? So I walk in and Jess Franklin is there, and I totally I have the worst case of like fangirl syndrome ever, right? Like I stopped breathing. Okay. I was like, Jess Franklin. And for those of you that are, listening, I actually just said Jess Franklin's here, but with no breath. That's what
mouthed
happened.
it.
Like I couldn't breathe. I just mouthed it. I was freaking out. Okay. So anyway, we're in the same session. So then I'm double freaking out because I'm like, oh my God, like I'm going to lift on the same platform as Jess Franklin. Okay. So she's warming up. We're all warming up. And all of these girls are so strong. And I had my headphones on and I look at my coaches and apparently I was yelling instead of just talking quietly to my coach, which was my intention. And I was like, this is a group of the biggest B words. But I meant it in like
A good way.
a good way. Like
Empowering
these
women.
Strong B's, right? Okay. And I yelled it. And all of them were like, like you could hear their heads turn. And they were behind me, right? So I didn't know, but my coach is looking at me and he went ghost white. And I was like, I'm yelling, aren't I? And he was like, he shook his head at me and I looked at them and I was like, I actually really like you guys. And oh man, I just ruined the story. I said, I actually really like you guys and you guys are amazing. And I meant it because you're super strong and I want to be part of your lion pride. I said that out loud to them.
Lion pride.
Lion pride. I said that. I
You're
want to
like
be
the animal
part
lion.
of your pride. Like who says
Not even
that?
lioness. Lion.
No, I want to be part of your pride. Like who? What? They loved it. Like they took
Yeah.
pictures with me after the meet.
That's awesome.
I came in third. There was 4 of them, so I was mortified that I made it onto the platform. Like I kicked one of the Philadelphia Barbell Club girls off the platform for a session. Like secretly very excited, but also wildly embarrassed because I also called them a bad B. Like what? Like who does that? So embarrassing.
Then you made it.
Wildly
You made it
embarrassing.
into the lion.
But I did. I made it. I was part of the pride. Oh my
I love that story.
Queen of the jungle.
I could cry. It was like one of the best days.
That was
So there you
excellent.
go. There's my embarrassing story.
I love it.
I did the same thing kind of with Camille LeBlanc Bazinet.
Oh
Called her a bitch?
No.
You asked her to be part of her lion.
That's what I was trying to remember this whole story.
I'm
Like,
sweating. If anyone's
had-
wondering, look at my mic. I'm sweating. I told the story. I have anxiety.
No, I had this like fangirl thing, not even fanboy, just fangirl thing going. I went to this retreat with John North and and some other weightlifters.
Yeah.
And then this one
John's
dude,
dope.
this one dude, Cornell George, we hung out for the rest of the day in what's that city in Colorado, the big one?
Denver.
Yes, we hung out in Denver, and we went to the gym. We went to the gym there that she works out at, the CrossFit gym, and then she shows up like an hour after we start. So I'm like, dude, is that? And
you're like,
yeah, and I was lifting on this platform right in the middle of the gym, and she lifted right across from me. We were just
more than him.
no,
And then I fainted. No, I'm just kidding.
she snatched more than me that day, but I was doing my openers for something.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Totally.
totally.
All right.
All right, guys, we're going to close this one out. Thank you for listening. I'm Joe Marble.
Eric Zuccaro.
Carolina.
Morgan.
And I'm Taylor Payne.
All right, and thank you, Taylor, for coming out.
Of course.
Hit that subscribe button, CrossFit Dark Athletics, and then check everything else out. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.